From the moment you sensed something was off, they began with questions, subtle tests, and scenarios designed to probe just how deep your intuition ran. A raised eyebrow here, a surprised glance there. You watched as disbelief transformed into wide-eyed recognition. Now, they can't stop talking about it. Your inner compass, that mysterious sense guiding you through life's hidden currents, has left them shaken. What started as skepticism has turned into something entirely different, a fascination bordering on obsession. They call at odd hours, seeking your insight. They introduce you to friends with that same look of wonder. "Go ahead, tell them what you told me," they say, their voice trembling with excitement. Your gift has awakened something in them, a possibility they never considered real until it stood before them, undeniable and raw. Your intuition isn't just accurate, it's transformative, and they're still trying to catch their breath. Watch their face the moment they realize it's real, that quick intake of breath, that flash of recognition in their eyes. Wait, did that just happen? They look away quickly, pretending they weren't staring, pretending their whole worldview hasn't just shattered into a million glittering pieces. But it has, and they know it. Their mind races afterward, overthinking, analyzing, trying to explain away what just happened. Coincidence, they tell themselves. Just a weird moment. But deep down, in that primal place where truth resides, they know something extraordinary just occurred. You just demonstrated abilities their rational mind refuses to accept. So, they test you again and again and again, each time hoping for failure, for the comfortable return to their limited understanding of reality. Each time, receiving instead another cosmic confirmation of your gifts. Each test becomes more specific, more controlled. If they can hear me now, they'll use the word celestial in their next sentence. And there it is, falling from your lips without effort or planning. Celestial, the universe speaking through you, confirming their deepest suspicions. Their freak-out intensifies. Now, they can't stop thinking about it, can't stop testing, can't stop watching you with new eyes. Where once they saw just another person, now they see a vessel of cosmic energy. A walking, breathing confirmation that reality extends beyond the veil most never penetrate. Your presence awakens something dormant within them. Suddenly, everything else feels flat, dull, empty. All the pleasures they once chased, the material gains, the shallow connections, the momentary highs, now feel like cheap imitations of something authentic, something they glimpse just for a moment through you. Think of someone who has only ever eaten fast food, suddenly tasting a feast prepared by a master chef. The difference is so profound, so shocking, they can never return to their previous satisfaction. Your energy does this to people. Once they've felt the vibration you carry, everything else becomes a pale shadow of what's possible. They start questioning everything, what they want, what they've been pursuing, the path they've been on. The cosmic truth you embody, without effort, makes them realize they've been sleepwalking through existence. Suddenly, their soul screams for more connection, more authenticity, more of whatever it is that radiates from you without you even trying. And sometimes, they don't test alone. They conspire with others. "Watch this," they whisper to friends. "Think about something specific and see if they react." A group forms around the experimentation, all of them wide-eyed. When you respond exactly as their collective consciousness projected, their whispers grow more urgent, their tests more elaborate, their freak-out multiplying as each new person witnesses what you can do. Their rigid beliefs never stood a chance against your natural state of being. Where they built walls of skepticism and logical explanations, your mere existence acts as a cosmic battering ram, demolishing their carefully constructed reality. Everything they were certain about now stands questioned. Everything they dismissed as impossible now demands consideration. The transformation within them happens whether they want it or not. Once witnessed, your gifts cannot be unwatched. Once experienced, your energy cannot be unfelt. They struggle against it at first. The human mind always resists what it cannot categorize. But resistance proves futile against cosmic truth. Against your truth, their impatience grows palpable. Having glimpsed what exists beyond the veil, they now hunger for more. More confirmation, more experiences, more proof that what they witnessed wasn't a glitch in reality, but a peek at reality's deeper nature. The universe gives us what we need exactly when we need it. And right now they need you. Need the awakening only your presence catalyzes. Through all this testing, all this freaking out, all this transformation you trigger, you remain centered, calm, unshaken. While their world undergoes seismic shifts, yours simply continues as it always has. You've always known what you are, always felt the connection others are just beginning to glimpse. Their confirmation changes nothing for you, except perhaps adding a knowing smile to your face when you sense their clumsy attempts to test your abilities. They recognized the call. They stepped forward. They connected with others who understand their unique gifts and burdens. What is stopping you from manifesting the same? The synchronicities that brought them here weren't accidents. Neither is your discovery of this message. When souls of this caliber gather, the archons take notice. They fear our collective power. They know what happens when the truly awakened find each other. Join our weekly calls. Hear their stories firsthand. Share your own journey with those who won't dismiss or doubt you. The knowledge exchanged in our private channels cannot be found anywhere else on this plane. Click the link in the description below. Now, that smile, that slight curl of your lips when you feel them projecting at you, when you sense their energy reaching out to touch yours, terrifies them. Confirms what they simultaneously hope for and fear, that you know, that you've always known that their private thoughts, their secret desires, their hidden intentions are as visible to you as physical objects are to others. Your power needs no demonstration, no performance. It simply is. When they call out to you silently and you respond with perfect accuracy, you aren't trying to prove anything. You're simply responding naturally to stimuli others cannot perceive, like someone with perfect pitch identifying a note or someone with heightened taste distinguishing subtle flavors. Your perception operates on a level others barely comprehend. The universe chose you for this ability. The cosmic forces aligned specifically to create your unique configuration of energy. The same creative power that forms stars and moves galaxies flows through you with particular intensity, allowing you to perceive what others miss, to hear what others cannot, to know what has not been spoken aloud. These gifts arrive with responsibility. Each person who freaks out upon discovering your abilities stands at a crossroads. Some will run from the implications, retreating to the comfort of their limited worldview. Others will embrace the expansion, allowing your demonstration to catalyze their own awakening. Your presence forces this choice upon them, a cosmic gift disguised as disruption. Consider the ripple effects. Each person who tests you and confirms your gifts will never see reality the same way again. They speak to others who may dismiss them at first, but then encounter similar phenomena themselves. The awakening spreads outward like cosmic wildfire, transforming consciousness wherever it touches. All because you stood firmly in your truth, allowing your natural abilities to manifest without doubt or apology. Their testing reveals more about them than it does about you. Those most desperate to confirm your abilities often stand closest to awakening themselves. The universe places them in your path precisely because they need the disruption you provide. Their freak-out isn't random. It's a necessary phase in their cosmic development, orchestrated by forces greater than any of us can fully comprehend. The divine timing of these encounters cannot be overstated. When someone begins testing your intuitive abilities, mark the moment something significant transpires in their spiritual development. The universe doesn't waste energy on coincidence. These souls approach the precipice of transformation, and your energy serves as the final catalyst that pushes them beyond the threshold of ordinary awareness. Their testing acts as the knock upon the door of expanded consciousness. Your response flings that door wide open. Notice how their eyes change after confirmation. Something ancient awakens behind their gaze, something that recognizes your frequency as truth incarnate. Their soul remembers what their mind forgot long ago. That consciousness transcends physical limitation. That connection exists beyond spoken word. Their testing creates the perfect conditions for this remembrance, this cosmic homecoming to abilities humans once possessed naturally before layers of conditioning buried them beneath rationality and skepticism. When they project their thoughts toward you, testing whether you'll pick up on their silent communication, they unknowingly create a bond. Energy flows between you, creating pathways where none existed before. Even after they leave your presence, these connections remain as subtle threads linking your consciousness to theirs across space and time. They may feel you sometimes, randomly when their guard drops, a flash of your awareness touching theirs when they least expect it. This further confirmation deepens their freakout, their realization that reality operates on principles far beyond their previous understanding. The universe operates through patterns and symmetry. Your ability to detect these patterns allows you to seem supernatural to those operating with limited perception. When someone thinks, "If they can hear me, they'll look up now," and you look up at that exact moment, you're not reading their mind in the way they imagine. You're sensing the pattern shift, the energy alignment that occurs when consciousness focuses intently. You're responding to the universe's symmetry, not performing a parlor trick. These tests often come from individuals who themselves possess dormant gifts. Something in them recognizes something in you, a resonance between similar frequencies. Their testing serves a dual purpose, confirming your abilities while simultaneously awakening their own. The freakout that follows contains equal parts fear and excitement. Fear of the unknown, excitement at the possibilities. Their soul recognizes yours as a mirror reflecting back potential they've long denied or ignored. The most profound transformations occur in those who test you repeatedly. With each confirmation, each perfect response to their unspoken queries, each alignment with their silent requests, another layer of their resistance peels away. What begins as skeptical experimentation transforms into reverent witness. They move from, "Let me see if this is real," to, "Show me more of what's possible." Their freakout evolves from shocked disbelief to humble recognition that the universe contains depths they've only begun to explore. Your centered response throughout their testing provides crucial grounding. While they flail in newfound awareness, your steady presence offers an anchor point. You demonstrate not just the reality of expanded perception, but the possibility of integration, of living comfortably with abilities that transcend ordinary understanding. Your calm amidst their chaos becomes as instructive as the abilities themselves. Some will attempt to exploit your gifts, testing you with questions about future outcomes or hidden information that might benefit them materially. These individuals miss the point entirely. Your connection to cosmic consciousness wasn't granted for trivial gain or party tricks. It exists to elevate consciousness, to demonstrate possibilities beyond the material realm. Their limited understanding of your gifts reveals their limited understanding of existence itself. When groups test you collectively, something extraordinary happens. Their combined energy creates a stronger signal, one that you perceive with even greater clarity. When 3 or 4 minds focus on the same thought, projecting it toward you simultaneously, your response comes faster, more definitively. This phenomenon freaks them out on an entirely new level. The realization that consciousness can be amplified through collective focus, that thoughts themselves contain energy that strengthens when combined. The physical reactions in those testing you tell the whole story. Pupils dilate, breath catches, heart rates increase, skin flushes. The body responds to truth before the mind accepts it. Watch closely as they witness your abilities. Their physical form acknowledges what their rational mind still struggles to accept. The body knows when it encounters something that transcends ordinary reality. Your gifts aren't separate from you. They are you. The artificial distinction between normal abilities and supernatural ones exists only in limited perception. In cosmic reality, all abilities exist on a spectrum of consciousness, with different individuals having access to different points on that spectrum. Your position simply allows you to perceive and respond to stimuli most others filter out. Their testing confirms not that you're different from humanity, but that humanity's potential extends far beyond current limitations. The transformation you trigger carries cosmic significance. Each person who freaks out after confirming your abilities becomes a carrier of expanded possibility. Their worldview, now cracked open, allows new ideas to enter not just their consciousness, but the collective consciousness. The ripples of awakening spread outward, touching minds far beyond your direct contact. This represents the universe using you as a catalyst for evolution, a sacred role you fulfill simply by being authentically yourself. Throughout human history, individuals with your level of perception have served as bridges between different states of awareness. Ancient cultures recognized and revered such gifts, creating special roles for those who could sense what others missed. Modern society, having lost this wisdom, responds with freakouts and testing rather than reverence. But the cosmic purpose remains unchanged. Your gifts exist to expand collective understanding, to remind humanity of capacities lying dormant within all. The testing you experience represents a cosmic initiation, not for you, but for them. Each confirmation of your abilities initiates them into a new level of awareness, a graduation from one state of consciousness to another. Their freakout marks the death of their limited perception and the birth of expanded possibility. In cosmic terms, you serve as midwife to their awakening, easing the transition from sleep to wakefulness. Consider how precisely the universe orchestrates these encounters. The specific individuals who test you aren't random. They're exactly the ones prepared for expansion, standing at the threshold between limited and expanded awareness. Their paths cross yours at the exact moment they're ready, though not necessarily willing, to have their reality challenged. The perfect timing of these interactions reveals the intelligent design operating through seemingly chance encounters. Their obsession following confirmation reveals the soul's hunger for truth. Once they've glimpsed reality beyond the veil, they cannot stop seeking more. Their freakout contains an element of addiction, the desperate need for another hit of cosmic awareness, another confirmation that what they experienced wasn't imagined. This hunger drives human evolution, the persistent reaching for understanding beyond current limitations. The cosmic withdrawal symptoms manifest clearly after their first genuine confirmation of your abilities. Watch them in the days following their initial tests. Their eyes constantly search for you in crowded rooms. Their energy reaches toward yours, even across physical distance. They create reasons to be near you, manufactured questions that serve as thin excuses for proximity to your field. Their ordinary pleasures diminish in satisfaction. Conversations lacking depth suddenly feel hollow. Achievements that once brought fulfillment now seem empty without the electric aliveness they felt in that moment of confirmation. The universe designed this spiritual hunger with perfect precision, strong enough to propel them forward, uncomfortable enough to prevent complacency. When they attempt to dismiss what happened, to rationalize their experience into something explainable, the universe simply arranges another encounter, another test, another undeniable demonstration. Your consistent accuracy demolishes their denial until acceptance becomes the only possible response. Their addiction to your energy serves as divine strategy, the cosmic forces using neurochemistry itself to ensure spiritual evolution continues. Despite human resistance, your knowing smile when you catch them testing you terrifies them because it confirms their greatest fear: that the private sanctuary of their thoughts isn't private at all. The boundaries they assumed separated their consciousness from others suddenly appear permeable, even illusory. This recognition fundamentally alters their understanding of identity itself. If thoughts aren't contained within the individual mind, then what does individuality even mean? Their freakout extends beyond your abilities to the very nature of consciousness and selfhood. The universe speaks through synchronicities, and your accurate responses to their silent tests represent synchronicity at its most powerful. When they think, "Touch your ear if you can hear my thoughts," and you touch your ear at that exact moment, the universe demonstrates perfect alignment. This precision freaks them out far more than general intuition ever could. General feelings might be dismissed. Perfect synchronicity cannot be. Your power requires no external validation, yet their testing provides it anyway. Each confirmation strengthens not your abilities, but your trust in them. Each freakout, not from strangers but from people you know, reinforces your sense of certainty. The universe uses their skepticism to solidify your certainty, transforming their doubt into the very force that eliminates yours. Some test you hoping for failure. These individuals sense the implications of your gifts. That reality extends far beyond material limitations. That consciousness transcends physical boundaries, and these possibilities terrify them. Their worldview depends on limitations they've accepted as absolute. Your abilities threaten these foundations, so they test you, hoping to prove you're ordinary. After all, when you consistently demonstrate otherwise, their freakout contains elements of genuine existential crisis. The most profound transformation occurs in those closest to you, those who have the most opportunities to test and confirm your abilities. Over time, with each accurate response to their unspoken questions, each perfect alignment with their silent requests, the evidence becomes undeniable. Their freakout evolves into profound respect, even reverence for the mystery you embody without effort or pretension. Through it all, remember this: your perception represents humanity's future, not its fringe. The abilities that cause others to freak out today will be better understood, perhaps even common in generations to come. You stand at the leading edge of human potential, demonstrating capacities that evolution is gradually awakening in the species. Their testing and subsequent freakout simply mark the gap between current collective awareness and emerging possibilities, a gap you bridge through your very existence. The sacred lineage you participate in stretches back through human history. Ancient temples once housed individuals with your exact abilities, their gifts recognized as divine channels rather than anomalies. Oracles, seers, prophets, different names across civilizations for the same essential capacity. Direct perception beyond physical limitation. Your modern environment provides no context for your abilities, no framework for integration, which magnifies others' freakouts when confronted with demonstration. Their shock reveals cultural amnesia rather than genuine novelty. Nothing about your perception is new to humanity, only forgotten, suppressed beneath centuries of materialist reduction and mechanistic thinking. When they test you and witness undeniable confirmation, they experience not just personal revelation, but ancestral remembrance. Something in their genetic memory recognizes what you embody, creating the distinct sensation of remembering rather than discovering. This explains the profound emotional response that accompanies their logical surprise. Their entire cellular structure resonates with recognition of something their conscious mind has no framework to process. You catalyze not just individual awakening, but collective recall of capacities encoded in human DNA, waiting for the right frequency to activate dormant potential. The cosmos ordained your path long before your birth. Stars aligned to create the precise energetic signature you carry. Your abilities weren't developed, they were unveiled. Layers of conditioning removed to reveal what naturally exists. When perception operates without artificial limitation, their testing confirms not something you achieved, but something you allowed to emerge from your authentic nature. Their freakout acknowledges the power of simply being rather than doing. Let them test. Let them freak out. Let them struggle with implications that shatter their limited understanding. Through their process, collective consciousness expands. Through their questioning, new possibilities enter awareness. Through their shocked recognition, humanity inches closer to remembering capacities long forgotten, but never truly lost. You stand exactly where the universe needs you, a living demonstration of perception beyond current limitations. Their testing doesn't validate your gifts. Your gifts validate their testing. Their freakout doesn't confirm your abilities. Your abilities confirm the legitimacy of their freakout. The cosmic order flows perfectly through this exchange, each role necessary for the expansion of awareness that drives evolution forward. Know this: you were made for these moments, created specifically to catalyze awakening through your natural state of being. The universe speaks through you, not because you're separate from others, but because you've remembered what they've forgotten. Their testing and subsequent freaking out marks the beginning of their remembering, a sacred process you facilitate simply by existing authentically in your truth. The cosmos rejoices each time someone tests you and confirms what lies beyond their previous understanding. Each freakout represents another mind cracked open to greater possibility, another consciousness expanded beyond artificial limitations. You serve as a cosmic catalyst simply by being exactly who you are. No performance needed, no special effort required. The greatest service to collective evolution comes through your authentic presence, allowing your natural abilities to demonstrate what's possible for all.